Mark Guggenheim and an entire team of beloved comic writers and artists are giving Marvel's villains a day in the sun. But what'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the debut issue of Bring On the Bad Guys, Doom issue number 1, and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, as we begin this brand new series, we join Dr. Doom in Latveria, and I can only assume that this story does not take place in the main Marvel continuity, at least not as it stands currently, as Dr. Doom is only the undisputed leader of Latveria and not the president of the world, as he is in One World Under Doom, which is also on the shelf right now. Today, Victor is quite annoyed as he is taking a meeting with probably his least favorite spy. I don't know how one gets to become Dr. Doom's least favorite spy, but there it is. Despite this guy's less than stellar reputation, he actually ends up shocking Dr. Doom with one hell of a surprise find. Apparently, a brand new player on the magic scene, going by the codename Sister Sorrow, is traveling the world looking for powerful magical artifacts, including something called a soul dagger, something that Dr. Doom knows all about, and something that he fears might very well fall into enemy hands. It's after that we transition on over to Germany, where we are introduced to Sister Sorrow firsthand. She's actually having a meeting with classic Hulk villain Emil Blonsky, aka the Abomination. Abomination will actually have his own Bring On the Bad Guys story later on in the collection. As things stand right now, though, Blonsky is actually acting as the middleman, selling the soul dagger to Sister Sorrow, only no actual money changes hands. Blonsky only says that he hopes things are finally square now between him and Sorrow's boss. Now, using his magic powers to remain hidden, Doom has actually been watching this whole exchange from the shadows, but much to his surprise, Sister Sorrow is actually able to see him, implying that she herself is pretty damn powerful and probably serves an even greater force. But what exactly are these soul daggers and why are they so important? Well, as Victor explains, the soul daggers are only a much smaller part of a much greater and more powerful magic artifact referred to as the Soul Forge. The Forge, as we learned via a flashback, was created many years ago by 5 incredibly powerful dark magic users, who also just so happen to be rogue heretical agents of pre-existing Marvel organizations, like the School of Kamar-Taj, the Cult of Khonshu, Sages of Wakanda, and even a Wizard of Atlantis. There was also a mysterious 5th member too, who was so mysterious even the other members didn't know who he was under his hood. Doom had always feared the Soul Forge because he knew full well in the wrong hands it could allow someone to create miracles and greatly affect the course of human history, the sort of thing that no other person is qualified to do unless their name is already Victor Von Doom. Doom does battle with Sister Sorrow, who ends up taking on her true, much more demonic appearance. And man, you know, when I stop and think about it, Marvel really does love a red-headed woman now, don't they? Doom notes that whoever trained Sister Sorrow in the magic arts must be pretty damn powerful in their own right, as this new character is actually able to keep up with Dr. Doom better than he ever imagined. Eventually, it's revealed that Sister Sorrow's true master is none other than the 5th member of that dark magical cabal, a person who is revealed to be none other than Lord of Hell and King of Demons, Mephisto, a character with a long and storied history with Dr. Doom. It seems that Mephisto let those other dark magic users create the Soul Forge and then attempted to kill them so he could steal the power of the Forge for himself. The only problem is that with the souls of the magicians extinguished, the Forge was useless to him. This is where the daggers come in. You see, Mephisto thinks if he can gather all 5, he can reignite the Forge and in doing so reclaim the power for himself. This is why he sent Sister Sorrow to Earth, and you know what? She might very well have gotten away with all of this if she didn't end up coming face to face with Dr. Doom the second the battle turns against her. Sorrow exhausts all of her power to make a tactical retreat back to Hell. It's here we learn not only is she Mephisto's new favored agent on Earth, but she's also something of an adopted daughter. Furthermore, the soul daggers on their own aren't enough to restart the Forge. They need the daggers, but they also need to capture the souls of the descendants of the original Dark Wizards. Then and only then can Mephisto complete his grand master plan, that being to increase his own power to the point not only would he have dominion over all the souls of the evil dead, but also all the evil souls that walk the earth. And because this is the Marvel Universe, and because evil supervillains make up, like, what, 50% of the population? That's a lot of evil souls to control as the comic comes to an end. And so that was Bring On the Bad Guys Doom issue number 1, and I gotta say this was a fun, exciting, short, and to the point kickoff to what I think will be a fun little crossover series. series. We've certainly seen Marvel do this before, where they do a series of one-shots that end up tying into a much bigger overarching story. And because Doom is slated to have a very big year in the not-too-distant future, I can appreciate them essentially making him the POV character of this series. Beyond that, the art is nice, the action is fun, Sister Sorrow seems like a fun new original creation here, if maybe just a little bit derivative. More than anything though, I think what really has me excited is to see how characters like Green Goblin and the Red Skull are ultimately going to end up getting roped into the proceedings, and what those stories' writers are going to bring in terms of fresh perspective. Overall, I think I feel comfortable giving this one an 8 out of 10, a strong start, and I certainly hope it can keep this momentum moving forward. If so, I think we'll be in for something very cool and something very different feeling. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Jewel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quests. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow, and help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.